Authorities claimed that a 78-year-old Florida man shot and killed the neighboring neighbor along the property lines. Shooting was reported at 1913. The Volusia Sheriff Office is at Deleon Springs, about 45 miles north of Orlando, on Sunday. According to Sheriff Office, 42-year-old Brian Ford was crippled by his neighbor, 78-year-old Edward Druzolowski. His neighbor Edward Druzolowski, and tree limbs along fence line between two properties. Druzolowski said he later threatened to shoot the police and said he shot him when his neighbor did not leave. Deleon Springs on September 17, 2023. Florida authorities. Druzolowski'nin was arrested for the second degree, he said, according to the court documents. Druzolowski's wife, in a call to 911, said her husband was scare her. In an interview with the police, Druzolowski told him that he approached Ford to come out of his property. And Brian said, "Is your work?" then said something for the effect of some cuss. Druzolowski said he had pointed his gun at Ford and Ford said, "You're pointing me a gun. Will you shoot me?" said something like. According to court documents, Druzolowski said he told Ford to get out of his property and that Ford continued approach. The 78-year-old police then said, "Stop right now or I will shoot," said Edward S. Druzolowski was detained on the 17th of September 2023 on charges of a second degree after hitting his neighbor, who cut trees along property line, along real estate line in Sharif office of Volusia district. According court documents, Druzolowski said inspectors. Brian continued walk closer him and then pulled trigger for first time. He said he continued to move correctly, so he pulled the trigger for the second time. This time he advised. Druzolowski said that he not speaking with Ford in a few years and that they had never any problems. Before the knife was found, the court documents said, the only thing he could do tonight was confronted. He said, when pointed to the fiery weapon in Brian, was afraid that thought would leave his property, and was afraid that Brian would hurt or kill him if hadn't hit him. According to court documents, the 78-year-old child also said, it would have been really bad if he had osteoporosis and pushed to ground.